Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Sunday, March 7th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. As we continue to advance in our journey as a civilization, it's a constant, endless journey of experience. It's like people ask themselves, is there ever an end to the journey? And that's what we're created for, is to experience the journey. And the journey is endless. And we continue to learn, and we continue to teach each other and experience each other. And it's so that we can learn. Our souls are divine perfection, so they don't change, but they learn. Experience is the key. Always has been. And see, the ego mind comes in to us all, because none of us are exempt from it. Some think they are, but you're not. It's part of the challenge when we're in these bodies. And so the ego mind will come in and try to mess with you and say, you already know all this. You don't need to, you don't need to learn anymore. You could have mastered woodworking or anything, and you could think that you know it inside and out, whatever it may be. But you may think that you know it, that it's not you're not going to learn anything else. Let's put it that way, okay? You're not going to learn anything else because you've learned it all. And then something comes up that you don't know anything about. It happens to be in your area of expertise. So we're always learning. Never stop. It's part of the enjoyment, one of the many enjoyments of this life, of experiencing. And we create our experiences, but we don't give it away totally to ourselves. So we'll create our experiences, and that's why we have these little surprises that kind of come in our way that we weren't expecting, we didn't know about. Surprises you. Things that happen in our lives that happen and we go, wow, where did that come from? If I'm creating my experiences, then why wouldn't I just have them all laid out and I would know exactly what was going to happen? That would be real boring, and we wouldn't learn. So that's why we do that. And that's one of the reasons why it's so imperative that we connect with the God within us, the pure consciousness, part of the collective consciousness, is that we understand that. So when it does happen in this life, we aren't freaked out. We know that we created that for our own journey and the experience, so that it's not something that's, doom and gloomish, period. Now, we all choose. All of us choose, whether we know it or not. You either choose love or you don't choose love, but the interesting thing is that you are love. So you'd be absolutely wild right now and make the radical commitment to loving yourself exactly as you are in this very moment. When you do that, and you do it from the heart-mind, outrageous joy comes instantly when you drop these judgments upon yourself and let in the love that this wonderful universe is offering. It can be as easy as letting your guard down. A lot of us are guarded. Through different life experiences, we begin to, make, create, form protection and guards and, sensitivities that we experience, so we kind of keep protecting ourselves. And when you let that guard down and you choose love, and you make that, it's a radical commitment to loving yourself exactly as you are. A lot of us have a tendency to be so hard on ourselves. We just beat ourselves up constantly. And in reality, we should be doing the opposite, being very gentle and kind to ourselves and loving every aspect of ourselves. And when you look at the body is what carries the God. So many of us are so critical on our bodies because of the social structure that's been set in place in this kind of a slave servant existence with the civilization. And when you choose, because only you can choose it, that you accept and love yourself deeply exactly as you are right in the now, and you'll experience outrageous joy. It just comes instantly. And when you drop the judgments on yourself and let in this love, then this universe is offering it, and it comes in. And it's as easy as letting down the guard that we all have a tendency to have. It's different. Some of us have, different ways. We have these protective guards that we throw up. Every situation, properly perceived, becomes an opportunity to heal. This is A Course in Miracles. Every situation, properly perceived, becomes an opportunity to heal. Now, I know everybody on this call, one way, shape, or another, has felt the just absolute anguish about the children. And I look at it as that they're all our children. This is because you're not the parent of them, the biological parent. They're just all our children. And children are natural sponges. They absorb everything around them. You know that, don't you remember? When you were a child? When you surround your child with an environment constantly overflowing with positive, lighthearted laughter, fun-loving, joyful energy, they absorb this energy and effortlessly begin to discover this natural state of healing inside. If your child's environment is filled with control, stress, arguing, negativity, or disorder, they will assimilate this energy into their body and take it on as their own. Whatever we focus on, we feel, become, and radiate back out onto the world. It's really that simple. Once you completely drop the personal agenda you have upon your child, they become the easiest beings in the world to be around. The conflict between parent and child first arises out of the shoulds that the adult imposes upon them. When we loosen our grip upon our inner shouldaholic, we start to relax, and we can feel a deeper connection with their free soul and spirit. This gives them the space to grow, expand, and be the freely creative, wild being they truly are. Children naturally are the most open, spontaneous, and creative beings that any of us will ever meet. They are the most receptive to change. Their minds are not stuck in the past or fixated upon a certain mindset from years of skeptical thought patterns. They are fresh, alive, and always growing up and out of their old skin and ready for what is new. This means that your child is your greatest teacher. You are the one in training, learning how to let go of the mind and truly be alive again. Naturally, children are born with a connection to spirit and feel as big and bright as the universe. The only reason we need to empower our children is because they are picking up on the small, powerless, and unconfident aspects inside ourselves. Every child is a natural, loving, healing being from birth, yet they are constantly duplicating whatever the big people share with them. If you want them to develop into the most profound and inspiring way, then give them the energy of timelessness, spaciousness, and freedom. Then this is what they will give you back to the world. They need you to play the role of the mature adult who can show them how to deeply accept themselves, approve of themselves, and love every part inside. The more we can show them patience, curiosity, and the willingness to learn, the more beautiful gifts they will have to give the world as they mature. Do you know how beautiful you are? I think not, my dear. For as you talk of God, I see great parades with wildly colorful bands streaming from your mind and heart, carrying wonderful and secret messages to every corner of this world. I see saints bowing in the mountains hundreds of miles away to the wonder of sounds that break into the light from your most common words, huffets. The first essential secret that you desire to bring into your child's heart and mind is a feeling of safety, inner peace, and silence. This means you will have to cultivate it within yourself in order to give it to them. Spend at least a half hour of conscious time together each day where you and your child just play, connect, be silly, daydream, and don't need to engage in any dialogue. This time is sacred bonding time on a spiritual level, where your consciousness is merged and heart is opening to higher states of acceptance. Let your consciousness become not two separate beings, but one consciousness, one together. Feel into the consciousness of your child, merge with the consciousness. You can explore this technique doing anything together. Perhaps you want to take a nap together, tell stories, read, draw, paint, make funny faces, or simply gaze into each other's eyes lying on the floor. The key is the intention that you hold, which is a willingness to listen from a deeper level to who this being truly is and what their soul is truly all about. Allow a gentle smile and soft eyes to permeate your face during this experience, and reach out with your feelings and get a sense of what is happening inside their body and mind. The second essential secret is to feel into the infinite source of love within yourself. Then send this flowing source of love from your heart into theirs. Imagine you are radiating a golden white light from your heart, and it is pouring all over them, flooding their entire body, breath, and heart. Breathe this golden light into every cell, bone, fiber of their being for as long as you can. This source of energy and love is coming from an infinite source, not your mind, so you won't feel drained after. Ask their soul if they can receive more of this loving light from you. Imagine this warm, cozy feeling is filling them up from the inside, dissipating any fears, anxiety, or heavy energy they may have picked up from you or others. Remain in eye contact as much as possible and relax into this soul-gazing experience. Be free to giggle or laugh if needed. Yet just look with eyes of love. After you feel this light has transferred into them, lay down on the floor with them and give them a big snuggle and tell them you love them so much. The love that you withhold in life is the pain that you carry. The love that you withhold in this life is the pain that you carry. Ralph Waldo Emerson. If on any level you notice that you are hoping, wishing, or demanding that your child is different than how they are being right now, you are not loving them. Love is patient, kind, and accepting others as they are. If you are always trying to improve upon your child, they will receive this message as, I'm not okay as I am, and surely develop a complex around this growing up. Of course, we really want our children to be like us and to be the best human beings they can be. Yet children are highly sensitive beings that simply absorb the base foundational feeling of vibration their parent is sending out. If you are coming from fear and control, then this is the way they will see the entire world to be. Any demand or expectation we place upon a child is coming from a place of fear. Simply remember that love is infinitely patient, super gentle, deeply kind, and does not ever expect perfection. It loves the person exactly as they are. When you apply this simple understanding as the base foundational law for interacting with your child, within a few days or hours, you'll start to see them shift in how they relate to you. A little miracle will begin to occur as your child starts to feel it's safe to share this loving, sweet energy inside themselves with everyone. And this can engage a little long, self-loving healing process. Every child on this planet is born with the power to be confident, loving, empowered, whole human being. These qualities are naturally found inside of us at birth and blossom into our world when given the right nutrients. When a child understands that they are loved beyond understanding, they find the power within themselves to become a totally confident, loved, and completely whole. The moment we stop throwing any fearful negative energy onto these amazing little beings, they instantly feel this shift inside and discover on their own that life is a great, divine, and safe playground to be enjoyed and explored. It's truly, absolutely amazing what happens when a child meets with a deep, eternal source of love that can often come in the form of an animal or a very conscious human being. What occurs after is that they receive this energy, feel it as their own, project it onto the people around them, and then receive the feedback from the world that they are this great, loving being as well. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies, head to toe, inside and out. It's our choosing to come to a full realization that we carry nothing, we experience everything. We don't drag it with us. The purpose is we create our experiences to experience them. And we continually move forward, and we continually experience as we create the experiences. We don't collect them and drag them with us. So, with your bodies, you attract. You're omnipotently powerful, whether you know it or not, but you attract things. You attract anger, frustration, irritability, stress, worry, fear. All of us, none of us are exempt from this. Some to a very extensive degree, others, medium, others light. But we all do it. So we attract it. It's like a magnet, electro pulse magnet. You just pulls it and attaches to it. And then we become irritated and frustrated, usually at ourselves at first. And it just builds. So the body becomes disrupted. It's not flowing. It is infrequent. And it is unhappy. Does that make sense that if you're unhappy, the body's going to be unhappy? So when you release all of this, you surrender it. And the only way you surrender it is turning to it, giving it a big full body hug, a smack on the lips, and love, and it will absolutely vaporize. And every time these things arise through the ego mind, because that's where they're coming from, you do the same thing, even if you have to do it 100, 1,000 times a day. And eventually, You'll move on to autopilot. It'll just be automatic. So the body responds, and the body knows that you know that you are no longer choosing to carry anything that's disruptive, hard on you, irritating you, angering you. You will immediately surrender to them. Hugging, kissing, loving, and letting go. Body responds head to toe. You feel your face relax, shoulders drop. You feel every cell in your body ease. And it's like I say, it's like you sit in that easy chair and you're literally easing into the God that you are. And the God is holding you. And you're completely safe and secure. And you have not a care in the world. And you're doing nothing. You're thinking nothing. You're worried about nothing. Because you're with the God within you. And that body is just going to be absolutely blissful. It's going to relax. And as you do this, all of us, we move into the now. And why is it so important to be in the now? Because it allows us to step outside the mind, the ego, the subconscious mind. We literally are able to step outside of it. Now, many never do this. They're prisoners of their ego mind. But when you become consciously aware that this is the case, it isn't a negative at all. It's a knowing. See, you've experienced the ego mind's control over you as your master. Now, you've chosen to step outside the body so that you can watch the ego mind so that you can understand how that you become the master of them. They're horrible masters and great servants. But you don't judge. You watch. And all that noise, that chatter, the tens of thousands of thoughts that are just flooding us every second, gone. Every time you step out of the mind ego, that noise is gone. Now picture your body in that easy chair, relaxed in the arms of the God that you are. You're at total ease. All of this external stuff is just vaporized. It isn't any concern. You're within you, in the now, stilling the mind. Now, some of us, all of us, sometimes we reminisce. Anything can trigger it. It just comes in. It could be a song, or you could be looking at something, and you just start going into the past, revisiting things, memories. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not negative. But some of us have a tendency to just stay there. It's like an elephant graveyard, and we're just sitting there among all the carcasses, and we're just staying there, living in the past. So what happens is that we will bring that past into a future that doesn't exist. We will create that future from that past, and we will relive that past in that future. And this is why a lot of people find themselves, no matter how they're doing things in this life, but they start going, why does it seem like I end up in the same position it's weird, I'm always in the same position. I have people tell me this. And that's why. Now others will go into the future that doesn't exist and wander and constantly be asking themselves, when is this going to happen? What if this happens? When is this going to happen? How is this going to be? And it's constant. And that just causes frustration, anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, guilt. So it's only the now. The now is your gateway to deep eternal peace within yourself. How do we stay in the now? Because you know those thoughts, they're not going away. They're kind of out there. And you've ever found yourself, you're focused on something, and all of a sudden you're carried away. Yeah? You ever done that? Or you could be, someone could be talking to you, and it blanks. You don't hear a word they're saying. It's these thoughts just take you away. And then they ask you, what do you think about that? And you go, holy cow, I didn't hear a word they said. So you could either be honest and say, you know something? I was wandering off. I didn't hear a word you said. Now, some people take, negative response to that instead of understanding what that means because they've done it too. Your breath. You focus on your breath. Your breathing. Now, we take our breath in many ways, for granted, but it focuses us. It sustains us. It relaxes us. It strengthens us. It eases us. And it's divine positive energy because it sustains this body you're in that holds the kingdom of God. So the breath is omnipotently powerful. Divine positive energy. So when you get these thoughts, because we all do, none of us are exempt, when we start wandering off, we just focus on our breathing, our breath. Just the breath. And you'll be in the now every single time. The moment to moment. The space between heartbeats, the now. So you look at your body. You're standing outside of it. You're kind of hovering, floating. And you look at it so relaxed. And you see that through the center of it, through your tailbone, all the way to the top of your head are these beautiful, vibrant colors like you wouldn't see here on this planet. And they're all shimmering, kind of vaporing. And in each one is a flower. Each flower is different. And then in the center of each flower is a geometrical shape. These are beautiful wheels of light, energy vortexes, chakras. And they connect us from the physical to the spiritual, from the spiritual to the physical, planes. And in our bodies, they're etheric. They're spiritual. They're not physical. But they're connected to all of our biological functions. They're connected to everything, our emotions, our physicalities, everything. So you notice that there's energy flowing through them effortlessly. It's like a fountain. We have this God Force Love Light energy. It comes all the way up above our crown, back around. It's perpetual. And this God Force Love Light energy is our chi, our prana, our ki. And we have our breath, divine positive energy, so we join the breath with the God Force Love Light energy. And we literally bring them. We watch as they move effortlessly through the body, through these energy vortexes. And we look at the red wheel of light. Red wheel of light is the root chakra. This is the Muladhara. This is all about our survival. It's a career, money, mindset, sense of belonging. And it's blocked by fear. And then we move to the orange wheel of light. This is the sacral chakra, the Vadasthana. This is our pleasure, our sexuality, and it's blocked by our guilt. And then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light. This is the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This is our personal power, our ability to channel. It's our willpower. It's blocked by shame. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light. This is the heart chakra, the Anahata. This is our love, relationship, self-acceptance, and it's blocked by grief. And then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha, self-expression. This deals with truth and is blocked by lies. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light. This is the third eye chakra, the ajna, intuition, sense of purpose, direction in life. This deals with our insight. It's blocked by illusion. And then move to the crown chakra. This is our connection to the divine. This is the Sahasrara. Cosmic energy, pure consciousness, God source. It's blocked by ego, attachment. So we bring these energies all the way to the top of our head, and we hold them briefly. We are light, we are love, we are God. And in that brief moment, we compress and condense them into pure, omnipotently powerful liquid energy. And release it over our pineal gland. Our pineal gland is very important to us while we're in physical form. It is the gateway to all the particles of existence. Astral plane, spiritual plane, physical plane, all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. So it's very important. None of us have fully functioning pineal glands yet. Now, through your heart, mind's motion picture, of which you're the director, you're the choreographer, you're the producer, you're the creator, you're everything. You can see your pineal gland in any form that you see. I see it as a green bowl, rosebud. And when I release this pure liquid energy over it, it instantaneously transforms into a massive, fully blossomed, fully bloomed rose with multicolored petals and a massively wonderful fragrance. And it sends out these real light shimmering waves that come into me. And it's such a profound, deep, eternal peace every time these vibrations come into me. It is total contentment. It's total peace, deep, eternal peace. And then I discover that it isn't the rose. All along, it's me. I'm the deep, eternal peace, the God within me, my soul. We are consciously aware that we're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. These bodies we're in, our heart, mind, ego, mind, subconscious mind, higher self, spirit, soul, God source, pure consciousness, all one. And we're part of this collective consciousness, this God source. All of us little gods making up the one God. Some of us in the collective consciousness are awake. Others are asleep. Some are just waking. But the collective consciousness isn't completely awake. It experiences. So we're communicating in this meditation with those parts of the collective consciousness that are awake. So we call upon the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, beneath earth, Agartha, all of these civilizations. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now consciously, which means they're awake. Those of them are awake that are with us. Rest or asleep. Then we call upon all light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, anywhere, everywhere, out there. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. Now, they come in the gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from trillions of universes from every direction. And they are with us now, consciously. We call upon all the off-world, all the galactics, all the celestials, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the form of the circle of light, the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia Arya. Well, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. Ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Felines, Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian. Many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, our enlightenment, our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they are with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. And in the billions, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, the Gaia Arya, in this now, in this meditation to form this circle of light. And we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. They come in the numbers in the trillions in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which we've never seen before. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with are the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the trillions, they are with us now consciously. And we're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. And we're all love. And we're all God. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify. And it continues to expand. all of us immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now in this meditation. This light emanates from the God source that each and every one of us are deep within ourselves. This is the God force, love, light energy. This light is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take over 1,000 billion suns in this universe to even come close to its brilliance. We are flooding our brothers and sisters, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, head to toe, inside and out. This entire planet is saturated with this God force, love, light energy. Perpetually, eternally, always. We begin to ascend as a circle of light. As we do, we're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. And we see these vibrant colored streams of light reflecting all of us. We look close enough in these perfectly etched little teeny reflective mirrors, reflecting all of us gathered in this meditation. All teachers, all students, constantly learning, constantly sharing each other, experiencing one another. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with the white fire armor. It emanates from the God force, love, light energy within each and every single one of us. It is impenetrable. No attachments, no demons, no possessions. Nothing can harm us. Nothing can attach itself to us. Ever, ever, ever. We are constantly protected 24/7. Do you honestly think that we wouldn't be? But only you have the power that if you decide, whether consciously or unconsciously, to lower your vibrational frequency low enough through greed, envy, hatred, anger, fear, lies, manipulation, you will lower your vibrational frequencies low enough to create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, and we send them back to pure consciousness where they are gone, vanished, vaporized permanently. We're then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we can bring in the violet ray. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring the harmony and the highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are the sun, the sunlight. The sun sets, the sun rises, the rain, the rainbows, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the trees, the forests, the soils, the animals, the sky, the clouds, the snowfall, We're everything. So the next time you see a beautiful sunset or sunrise or vista, and you're in awe, you're taken aback by its beauty, it is you that you're in awe of, the beauty that you truly are, the divinity that you are, the divine perfection, that body houses the soul within you. These bodies that we're in, the heart mind, the ego mind, the subconscious mind, the God source, the pure consciousness, the higher self, spirit, soul, all one. And we are literally heaven on earth. And every step we take is we are creating paradise. And we are shining our light, our God force, love, light, energy on everything and everyone. Eternally, always. We're a God planet with billions of little gods shining their light outward. So a God planet that glows, that is paradise. And we continue to ascend above this planet. Some of us step outside our physical form and hover effortlessly above them if we're carrying physical form. And as we continue to ascend, we come into direct contact with this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than this solar system. In the center of it, there is an oblong sphere. And in the center of the sphere is this massive golden white light. It's a ball of light. It's glittering and flickering. It's just sending out these constant waves of shimmery golden white light. And it's saturating, penetrating all of us. Surrounding it are beautiful, vibrant rings of multicolored lights, all doing the same thing. And we discover that the golden white light is deep eternal love. And then we have gratitude followed by that. Gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, well-being, great wealth, abundance, prosperity, endless. And these are all reflections of us. They are not coming from outside of us. They are emanating from within. Now, at the top of this tower, we created it so that the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing eternally, always, flooding all of us head to toe, inside and out. Deep, pure, eternal love and gratitude. We are all drops of this golden ocean. And we all contain the essence of this golden ocean. The ocean is the drops are the ocean, and the only illusion is separation. Now we see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We all created this sphere over 3 years ago. It is approaching, holding almost 1,300 of our meditations in perpetual motion, which means that they have not dissipated. They have only expanded and grown. all with the deepest intent, hundreds of millions of us on and off world with the highest intent of the total liberation of this planet and its civilizations. In deep, pure, eternal love and gratitude, a higher existence, a higher frequency of being. You can see that this planet can only be liberated. Nothing can stop it. It is in full motion. And it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. That's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify, and this is why it continues to expand. So the children, healing them, teaching them, learning from them. Every situation properly perceived becomes an opportunity to heal. Every situation properly perceived becomes an opportunity to heal. I join in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. And ask yourself, do you know how beautiful you are? I think not. For as you talk of God, I see great parades with wildly colorful bands streaming from your mind and heart, carrying wonderful and secret messages to every corner of this world. I see saints bowing in the mountains hundreds of miles away to the wonder of the sounds that break into light from your most common words. The love that each of us withhold in this life is the pain that we carry. See all the children, whether your own, all the children, and breathe the golden light of the deep eternal love that you are into them. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. And we'll return here Monday, March 8th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.